Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops.
It's your boy, Demetrius Andrade, the best 154 pounder out there who wants to fight the best. And also, since we're on this subject right now, people got me talking a little bit, man. This law of a situation with me outbidding myself. First of all, you don't pay the bill. Second of all, we didn't even get that far. Do you want to fight Demetrius Andrade? Yes or no? And then we can get into the money situation. At the end of the day, like this shit need to stop. It goes from me outbidding myself from law to me saying that Errol Spence is on drugs, man. Come on, man. A-team in the building. We the best. As long as we're being talked about, that's all that matters. But please don't believe the lies. You know what I'm saying? Coming out the source's mouth is me. And yeah, thank you.
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys smash the like button and also subscribe for the latest and greatest. Follow me on social media. We just hit over the 60,000 mark. Shout out to that. Like LL Cool J posted this. Whoever counted you out can't count. I like that. Now, a lot going on. You see Pacquiao with his next opponent, Jeff Horn. He's promoting his fight. You got, Courtney Kardashian. Looking like a bag of money. What's up, Courtney, baby? I see you. I see you, guy. Now, you guys seen the title of the video. Clicked on it. Demetrius Andrade. This is verified Instagram, and he clears the air. There's a situation, and I'll let him do the talking.
I get word of from my people that somebody from Fight Hype saying something about me telling people that Errol Spence is on drugs. Like, yo, come on, man. It's one thing that you talk about me and me fighting in my boxing game and people that's in my weight class, but why would I sit there and talk about somebody else that's not in my weight class, that I have no other agenda of seeing that kid do good? He's a former Olympian just like I am myself, and I want nothing but the best for that kid. So whoever's out there running their mouth talking about I said Errol Spence is on steroids, like, yo, man, get real, first of all. And all I'm doing is checking people in my weight class. That's I get word of.
And the caption reads, "Don't believe that new interview Fight Hype put out. I didn't say anything about Errol Spence Jr. using drugs. He's not even in my weight class. Find the video where I said that and post it. Why is Fight Hype the only one out of all the media outlets asking about this? Shaking my head, hashtag Fight Hype, hashtag lies." So he's obviously not happy. Now, I actually seen the interview. Somebody sent it to me, and they said, hey, check this out. And Errol Spence, he had his media day today in Texas. Shout out to Errol Spence and also Derek James. He had his media day after his workout. He was around media asking questions or answering questions. And somebody out of nowhere in the interview, they said, hey, what about Demetrius Andrade? Basically, what are your thoughts on this? I'm paraphrasing. You guys can Google the interview and research it, because the caption on the title of the interview says something like Errol Spence says Demetrius Andrade is talking out the side of his neck or something like that. Someone sent me the link, and I watched it, and they said, Errol Spence, what do you think of Demetrius Andrade? And he says he's seen some pictures of you and you're on steroids, or you look unnatural or something to that effect. And he was like, I don't know why he said that. Like, I mean, he should worry about them guys in his division, 154. That's where he fights at. He's talking out the side of his neck. And Errol Spence looked a little bit perturbed and pet peeved. Like, damn, like, this is my peer. And he's just like, you know what I mean? I had no issue with this dude. We're not even the same weight class. And then that's just how I took it. If you watch the interview, it just looked like Errol Spence looked kind of like annoyed by that question. And to me, it was kind of weird because I cover boxing. I go to fights. I know some fighters. And I personally have never seen Demetrius Andrade say anything about Errol Spence Jr., good or bad. I don't recall him saying anything about Errol Spence Jr. And definitely, I think with the amount of boxing that I cover and just staying in tune, you guys as fans are great. You guys do a good job. Sometimes I'm not up on something that just happens, or I'm on let's say I take the train to get to a boxing gym because I don't want to drive. I don't feel like driving in the city sometimes, traffic or whatnot. And people will send me links to things that are happening. Obviously, I'm not really just mobile like that. And you guys do a great job. So I really feel like if Demetrius Andrade, a fighter whose career I'm definitely following, he became a champion again after beating Jack Kukule. It was a bit tougher than people expected, but I mean, just because you don't know a guy doesn't mean the fight's not going to be tough. The guys have history, and Andrade beat Kukule in the amateur, so him being the new champion, I'm sure he didn't want to lose that belt, especially at home, his second home, Germany. And I just really feel like it would have made bigger headlines if a guy like Demetrius Andrade said that Errol Spence was juicing or on Peds or it looked unnatural. I feel like, I'm not saying I hear everything, but I'm pretty up on my game, you know what I mean? And I really don't even remember hearing any headlines. So I remember when they sent me the link to the interview and I watched it, I thought it was kind of weird because I don't ever remember this being a discussion. I don't remember him saying, like I said, anything about Errol Spence Jr., let alone an accusation like that. So Demetrius Andrade seemed a bit bothered that people were putting his name. I mean, I would be too if someone's saying I said something that I clearly didn't say. So like whoever the reporter was, like Andre said, show the tape, put up the tape. And I mean, this is the thing, man. I tell you guys, I'm far from perfect, but I care about my brand. I care about my name. Like, there's not one gym that I've ever visited that I feel like I could not go back because I broke a gym rule or I was disrespectful or unprofessional, anything like that. And I'm telling you, man, some of these guys who are quote unquote media, boxing media is different. You don't necessarily have to have a degree to get in the business, and different companies have people working for them. And you know what I'm saying? You don't know who's out there or what level of fan, and based on the company name, you could get somebody credentialed. You know what I mean? If not anybody, but if your channel or your website's popping enough, you can get somebody credentialed. So people got to watch it about who they have working for them and things like that, because I mean it gets messy if I don't know who the reporter was. You can't see him. It's not on screen, and I don't recognize the voice off the top of my head. But I mean that's foul. I would be hot too if somebody was saying I said bad words about a person that I don't have no issue with. Like I said, I follow Andre's career intently, right? I heard the stuff he said about Jermell and Jamal Charlo. I heard what he said about Edeslani Lara recently. But like I said, when I seen the Errol Spence interview reaction to allegedly what Andre said, I remember thinking it was weird because I don't remember ever hearing that. And you guys could do some research. Andre, after he won, he was on vacation, just enjoying himself. I don't think, I mean, like I said, unless someone could produce something, I'm going to take Andre's word for it because I really don't see the need for it. And I've heard Andre even call out Floyd Mayweather, who's fought at 54 before and had a belt at 54. But I never really heard him say anything about Errol Spence Jr., really good or bad. And like he said, that's a fellow U.S. Olympian like himself. So them being in different weight divisions, I've heard him call Canelo a bitch. I heard him chastise Edeslani Lara, say he doesn't want to fight. I heard him chastise the Charlo brothers, but I really never heard him say anything. But if you guys have some information that I don't, let me know what you guys think. But this the Errol Spence, I even asked Errol Spence when I talked to him last year. I interviewed him. The interview is on the channel. I asked him, I said, what do you think about these like steroid allegations? And like they're only getting worse. The closer, it's like people are looking for anything, you know what I mean? Like looking for a scapegoat or something in case he beats Kell Brook. They're already looking for an excuse. I mean, the man's in shape, but people are doing look at his nipples. I don't look at guys' nipples like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not looking deep into it. If you gaze in his eyes, you'll be able to see. And if you look at the softness of his nipple, I'm not doing, like, what are y'all talking about, man? You know what I mean? Let him fail a drug test before you start condemning him. And the funny thing is, the people with all these accusations about this person is or ain't on drugs or whatnot, How come those same people never call the correct person? They never tell you before it happens with people who actually are failing. No one, I don't remember anyone saying, oh, Tyson Fury, watch, in a few months, he's going to fail for cocaine. He's going to fail 2 drug tests. Or Lucas Brown, he's going to fail. Or Alexander Povetkin, he's going to fail twice in 1 year. You know what I mean? The people who are actually failing. Or Francisco Vargas, he probably ate something and he's going to say it's contaminated meat. You know what I mean? But Errol Spence ain't failed 1 drug test and he's already being accused of it nonstop. The man's in shape, but so is Kell Brook. There's a lot of guys that are in. Tim Bradley's in crazy shape. Tim Bradley's abs stick out further than his chest. You know what I'm saying? The dude is diesel, pause. Canelo looks in shape right now. So, you know what I mean? This will be boxing. If you judge like that based off pure looks, then you would have to point the finger at a whole lot of dudes. There's a lot of dudes that are brolic and in shape. You know what I mean? And I've seen old pictures of Errol Spence Jr. and he was in shape then. He was muscular and vascular then. And of course, as you become older, as you become a man, you oftentimes you get you know what I mean, coming to your man strength, you might put on a little bit more size or fill out a little bit more. But you know what I'm saying? Canelo's in shape right here. There's a lot of guys that are in shape. You can't just go around pointing the finger unless you have some real conclusive, concrete proof. So it's getting bad. But as far as, see, Canelo's big too. You know what I mean? You can't just accuse people just based on their physique. I know, like literally, I know guys who were in shape literally in the 4th or 5th grade. I know a dude named Delvin, and this dude was buff as hell, and I'm like, damn, we kids. You already buff. He even had a mustache too in the 5th grade. I'm like, how you get that? How you get a mustache? You know what I'm saying? So you can't just go around accusing people of steroids. And usually, again, why I thought it was weird with the Andrade situation is because usually you don't, unless they're rivals or like people in the respective division, you don't really see other fighters talking crazy about people that are nowhere really associated with their movement and what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a trainer of a fighter, like let's say Freddie Roach wants to say, oh, Terrence Crawford got hurt in sparring or something, I understand that because his prized pupil Manny Pacquiao is being linked and people want to see Crawford fight him. You know what I'm saying? But what does Andrade have? Why would he have an issue with Errol Spence? It's not really making sense. You even see here in his caption, he just posted this a day ago before that interview came out. Motivated, boxing fans can't be fooled. They know talent. I'm ready to face the best in the 154-pound division. Tag the names. He's saying whoever, anybody can get it in 154. He didn't say nothing about Errol Spence that I know of. Again, if you guys heard something different or have proof, then let me know, send it to me. But that's like him, he's with Jesse Vargas, another welterweight. I ain't heard him say nothing bad about Jesse Vargas either. So, man, that's just my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. But it's just boxing media, boxing fans, everybody need to be put on notice. I'm putting cases on all you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to be held accountable. People, there's like, it's not even just boxing. There's people who are trying to do like what I do and cover boxing and go to fights and build up their brand. And they got YouTube channels and they're accusing people of being on steroids too and making these crazy videos like that. I mean, we got to have some type of threshold. Like, what's the basis? What are we judging something off? Because the shape of somebody? That's crazy. Like, I know a lot about fitness, so I know certain signs. I've done a lot of research and worked out for years and stuff like that. So I know a lot about just the science. So like when I go to the gym, I could tell you and point out people, there's little things that little habits and studies and stuff like back knee and stuff like that. There's little things you could say and you're like, I speculate that person's on steroids. But these are full-time professional athletes. Like, and I don't even see any crazy transformation. Like I said, with Errol Spence, he looked like he's always been in shape. Demetrius Andrade looks in shape. Canelo looks in shape. So, you know what I mean? You can't just walk around accusing. And like I said before, How come the people who are accusing Errol Spence Jr. and pointing the finger at him with no proof, they're never calling the Tyson Furies like, man, this dude's on coke. I can see it in his eyes. How come they're never getting the people who actually have failed drug tests in recent memory? How come they're not getting those right? Let me know what you guys think of Demetrius Andrade's rebuttal. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.